Hi, I'll show you how to obtain the Tier 5 spreadsheet we've made for the community and how to use it step by step. The spreadsheet saves a lot of time when it comes to managing crates and splits. You can store information about your roster, build trade setups from those characters, and use them directly in assignment tables for every boss encounter. You don't have to manually color names or constantly rewrite assignments. Everything is designed to be simple to use and easy for your raiders to understand. Alright, so how to start? At first, you need to be a Diamond subscriber on either Boosty or Patreon. You can read more about the subscription in my Discord. I'll leave links to both in the description of the video. After you get the role, you'll start to see hidden channels. Among them, there are two channels you need to know about. The first one is called TBC support with a diamond icon. This channel is made specifically for diamond subscribers, where you can ask for help regarding the spreadsheet and we'll be happy to help you. The second one is the channel you're actually looking for. It's called Spreadsheets, and this is where you can get your spreadsheet. So let's open this channel. Inside, you need to find a message created by the bot called Merfin Sheets. Click the request spreadsheet button. A new window will pop up where you need to enter your Gmail address created by the bot called Merfin Sheets. So let's enter submit. It usually takes around 1 minute for the bot to create the spreadsheet and give you the edit permissions. You'll also be able to add new editors later, such as your officers or other people, so don't worry about that. After some time, you'll get these links that the bot gives you. And your question might be, why did I decide to split one spreadsheet into two? Into the raid leader and into the viewer. At first, it might look a bit more complicated, but let me explain my logic behind it. I don't think regular raiders really need to see or interact with raid leader tools, guild roster management, and other backend information. It only distracts attention, and people can easily get lost between tabs or ask where to find the assignments they actually need. That's exactly why the viewer sheet exists. The viewer sheet is essentially a cleaner, more minimalistic, and much more user-friendly version of the Assignments tab. The viewer sheet automatically receives information from your raid leader spreadsheet, and later in this video I'll explain exactly how to set it up. Once the bot generates the spreadsheets, save all of these links somewhere safe where you can find them later. If you lose them, you can always find them later in your Google Drive account as well. They might also end up in your spam or bin folders by default, so make sure to check this as well. Alright, let's take a look at what we have here. Let's open Raid Leader, let's open Viewer. This particular spreadsheet, the raid leader, is designed specifically for guild leadership, people responsible for raid rosters and assignments. At the bottom you can see the available tabs: roster, raid builder, raid helper bot, assignments, and BIS overview. There's also a high chance we'll add even more pages in the future versions. Alright, before we start to build the assignments, how does the spreadsheet actually know what roster your raid has? Character names, classes, and so on. And let me explain you. There are two different ways to build your raid setup. First, you can manually set up every character through the roster and raid builder tabs. This method is recommended if you're running a guild with a relatively stable roster and already know your players' character names. It's especially useful if you build your splits manually without using raid helper bot. Second method, you can import raid composition directly from the raid helper Discord bot and work with that roster automatically. For that purpose, there's a dedicated tab called raid helper bot. And let me first of all show you both methods. They are very simple. Alright, before we go in and fill any information, let's move this file out of spam folder, since it's there by default as I told you 5 minutes ago. So let's say it's not spam, and let's also allow access here, and let's do it on the viewer sheet as well. just so we don't forget it in the future. Using the first method, open the roster tab and fill in the information about your guild members. First, enter their Discord names. This will be later used by the BIS wishlist helper and also by the raid helper bot neutralizer, but we'll talk about that later. Then enter their character names and select their main specialization from the drop-down menu. The class icon will be assigned automatically. So let's say Merfin. So Discord name Merfin. Let's say Merfin Priest. It's gonna be black first, but when you select the class, the nickname will take a correct color. So let's say Holy. And let's also add, like, I don't know, let's say Retribution Paladin. So Merfin Red. And so you basically need to do the same with the rest of your guild members. And I highly recommend you, if you play with this spreadsheet in the guild, ask your people in the guild to assign one stable nickname and ask them to not change these nicknames later. Especially if you use raid helper bot, because I will show you in a few minutes why. All right, Anushka. Let's set it a rogue character. You can also take the Dead Knight, but don't be worried about that. The spreadsheet was taken from Mist of Pandaria, so that's why there's Dead Knight and other classes. It doesn't break anything, don't worry. And let's make a Shaman just, for example, Anushka Shaman. Alright, also, you cannot copy from the spreadsheet to outside of the spreadsheet. Like if you try to copy this information, you will see a notification at the bottom, but you can actually copy this from one to another, like here. So if you copy and paste the things inside the spreadsheet, it's totally fine. And yeah, just like repeat this process for the rest of your guild members. After that, open the raid builder tab, and you can actually see the characters here, right? And this is where you build your raid setups. Simply select the character cell on the right side, copy it with Ctrl C. So I select Merfin Priest, I press Ctrl C, and then just paste his nickname on the left side, like in the raid roster, like that. And you can actually see that the player will disappear from the available list. Just make sure not to accidentally copy the icon together with the name, otherwise it might break some functionality. And that's basically how the first method works. Now let's talk about the second one. First, find the raid helper bot message in your Discord channel and click on comp. Comp means composition. This will open a browser page where you or whoever created the raid can configure the raid composition. Like he just takes the characters from here and put them here. Once the setup is complete, press the export data button here and choose the JSON format. So we want to export this data in the JSON string. So we click on it. And you need to copy this text, so press Ctrl A and press Ctrl C. Then return to the raid leader spreadsheet. Let's open the raid helper bot and find the field where the code should be pasted. It's located right here. I still have some testing data from my own guild in this example, so don't get distracted by that. Paste your JSON string into this field. So let's click on Ctrl A once again. We selected all, we removed that, and we pasted our roster. Next, select what raid setup you want to import the composition into. For example, let's choose custom one. After selecting it, press the import roster button. before, like, if you use any script on this spreadsheet for the first time, it will ask you for authorization. So you have to press OK, then you have to wait, press in advanced, go to Merfin Guild Manager and save. It's safe actually. Then like select all and press continue. It's only when you click it like for the first time, so yeah, and you can actually see that like all of these nicknames, there are some Russian ones, are located in the first custom one raid. Pretty cool, right? You might also notice a button called Name Neutralizer, and this is actually a very useful tool. Sometimes people have absolutely fucking cursed Discord names, like for example this one. And you'd probably prefer to display their actual character name instead. This is also extremely useful for the BIS overview system. So here how it works. If that person, like let's say, I don't know, like this one, wake up. If that person already exists in your roster tab and the spreadsheet knows both their Discord nickname and class, pressing the name neutralizer button will attempt to automatically match them with their actual characters. So let's like add this guy. This is his Discord name, because when you export the data from here, it just takes their like actual Discord names. So let's set that person here and let's pretend that he was here actually all the time. And let's write his nickname. I don't know, let's make it like Josh, right? So he's Josh Mage. So his character is called Josh Mage. And here we click on the name neutralizer. So let's try to click it. If you press on this button and you'll see any errors, try to first of all change the general access of this spreadsheet. From restricted, it will be at restricted by default. Change it to anyone with the link, and also try to log out from every other Gmail account that you currently logged in on, and log in only on this one. This is some Google Docs issues. We can't do anything with that, sorry. And so press on name neutralizer and let's see what it does. So it will open a new window, neutralize raid helper names, and here you will see that you can click on custom one raid and try to neutralize it. If it would be in the custom 3 or 4, you could just click it and neutralize. So let's click on this, neutralize, and let's wait a second. Pum pum pum, pum pum pum, pum pum pum. Yeah, and neutralize need attention for 1 slots. Roster row found but no character with this spec, name Merfin, spec priest shadow. What does it mean? It means that it found this nickname in the roster, but there is no like shadow priest here. Like there's only holy, but there is no shadow priest. But it fixed the nickname for wake up guy here to Josh Mage. If you can see, he has the Josh Mage, and so his nickname got fixed. So that's how this thing actually works, and it's very good because you can basically, and I would advise you, if you usually like sign up for raids in your guild, try to use roster and raid helper bot tabs and try to neutralize their nicknames. So in the assignments tab, you can actually see like their actual nicknames. All right, let's move on. All right, so we are done with the roster. Now let's head into the assignments tab. This video will be used for also for tier 6 and Sunwell, so I will not talk about the bosses specifically, but rather about the basics. This is the main tab where you set up the raid assignments. There might be changes over time, so follow the last changelog in the changelog channel on my Discord. To start doing your assignments, choose the correct rate in the field called Active Preset here. Rate 1 up to rate 10 are used for rates from the Rate Builder tab. And Custom 1 up to Custom 10 are used for rates from the Rate Helper bot. You can also see the fields here and the two buttons, Save and Load. These are made to save your assignments. Why would you want to save them? Let's say you have like 3 splits in your guild, but you want to set up everything way ahead of the first raid. So you're setting up the first raid, but then you have to clear all assignments and start over with a new one. And so you don't lose these settings, you save them by pressing on Save button, and that would write all of your assignments into a JSON string and put it inside the cell, inside one of these cells, depending on your active preset. Later, you can restore these assignments by pressing on Load button, but make sure to have them correct preset selected. Alright, when you choose the preset, you can also see that rate setup on top. We choose rate 1, we see rate 1, let's choose custom 1. And we see the full setup here, nice. And you can also see the quick navigation tool that you'd use to go from one section to other section without scrolling it. These are basically freezed and stay always on top, if you can see. However, you can change that by unfreezing them in the Viewer menu bar tab. Like here, you can just press unfreeze. If you scroll down, you can see that some of the bosses are fold by default. Like some of the bosses are fold by default. To unfold them, press on the plus sign on the left grid line, like here. There is always a general assignment tab that used for essential assignments. It's here, like who is doing soulstone, on whom, what are the trash tank assignments, etc. Others are boss specific assignments. Alright, so there probably will be a better ways how to assign those, and we'll most likely add the way to assign classes and specs rather than specific persons and then transfer it to actual names. But as of the time I record this video, you would have to select the name of the person you want to assign from the drop-down menu. So if you click on a cell, you'll see the drop-down menu list where you have to choose the character name. Once you clicked on it, let's select tank. Once you clicked on it, it should take the class color, and so you do this with all of the assignments here. We will for sure automatize it, but in next versions. And we have this option, by the way, for the future to automatize it like I have in the tier 15 spreadsheet on Mists of Pandaria. I'm not sure if you used that, but yeah, it was very amazing. If you want to clear them, like if you want to clear these assignments, go to Actions section and select all bosses, or select like specific boss if you want to like remove something specifically, and then just press on the reset. It will of course take some time, but it's going to like remove every of these selection from the cells. There are also images which are used to clarify the assignments. I will most likely add some annotations in the future, and if you feel that something is off or you want to improve it, just tag us in the support channel. Alright, this is it for assignments, and let's move on. Yeah, by the way, before we move on, save it. Like save the preset that you've made by pressing on save, just in case. Then, since we don't want like regular raiders to access that shit, we need to transfer these settings to viewer sheet. How are we going to do that? For that, press on the share button on top and save the link to that sheet. Copy link. Now let's open the viewer sheet. here you need to open the import hub and click on open import tool. A new window will appear called import tool. So we'll probably need to authorize, yeah, because we use the spreadsheet for the first time. Advanced, go to untitled project, select all, and continue. And if you can see, we got the import tool. Give it like a few seconds to collect all available ranges, and once it's ready, once it shows you that it's ready, by saying ready, paste your rate leader spreadsheet link into this field and press run assignments. This will start copying the assignments data from your rate leader sheet into the viewer sheet. But before we do that, let's actually do something here. Let's just do this, for example, I don't know, so we can see it. And then press copy link. I mean, it's already saved, right? Just in case. All right. And let's press on run assignments. It will also take some time, like roughly, I don't know, like 1 minute or maybe less. If it's needed, you can also reset the assignments by pressing the reset assignments button. All right, once it's done and tell you that it's done, you can close this and you can see that the fields that we assigned here, they are all set here as well. And you can now share the viewer sheet with your raiders, and they will see this, and they will be able to like move from one boss to another by just clicking like the quick navigation here. It's pretty amazing, right? All right, and make sure that this one has anyone with link, so people in your raid can actually see it. And that's basically it. You can also make some small assignment adjustment directly inside the viewer sheet in real time. The cells here are still interactive and include a drop-down menu with available characters. How to migrate from older version to a newer version. We've built a really nice migration system. Thank you to Anushka, and she actually made a lot of new additions in this spreadsheet in the latest version, like BIS overview, etc. So find the migrate button on the top, click on it, and then select migrate sheet. From there, you need to simply paste the link to your old rate leader spreadsheet here, and then choose which data you want to transfer, like all of the data or only roster and like rate helper bot, etc. And then like press import selected data. And the system will automatically import your roster, rate setups, assignments, and other important data. So we built this specifically so you can easily move to a newer spreadsheet version whenever we release improvements or new features. Alright guys, there's also a huge guide here about the spreadsheet that basically tells you almost the same. And there is a huge guide of how to use BIS overview. And you can actually open this website here in the spreadsheets and you'll get all the information and the videos from Anushka on how to do everything. It's actually very cool, a lot of information, and yeah, we'll try to for sure improve this spreadsheet and make it better, better, and better, and especially for tier 6 right here. Right, thank you guys for watching. Sorry, I'm not like really used to create this kind of guide videos, even though I made them before, but I think I tried my best with this one. And if you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask them in the support channel. We are always happy to answer you. See you guys.